Hello and welcome to Let's Play Gothic 2. So we must take a scan for wolves. Ooh, they coming to me.
Nothing there.
Well, you can see my bow is weak. And a little range. Actually not. Oh, I jumped. What I... Just run, dick. How many I have? From 50 arrows I have 8 on. I actually don't have arrows. I have 5 points. I need to learn dexterity.
Hardly know who to believe these days. I don't believe this is gonna change.
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right? Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
I'm gonna check who maybe sell to me arrows.
Hey you, I have a proposition for you.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me, but she has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison. You pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
What's in it for me?
When I have the stall, you will get a weapon from me, and a damned good one.
I don't believe that.
What will happen if I refuse to do that?
That would be truly stupid of you, because you see, I know that you're an escaped convict. If that gets around, it could do considerable harm to your situation in the city.
Someone's got to do the work.
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
You're a clever lad. Here is the letter.
How am I supposed to force the letter on her?
Let her show you her wares, and while she does, you hide the letter on her. And bear in mind, I am an influential man in the city, so don't try to play me for a fool.
Someone's got to do the work. Who says?
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
Metal
Can't keep
Dick.
everything to himself. Really?
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
Eat my shit, you bitch.
Don't tell this to anyone. You don't say.
Think he cool.
How's business?
When the Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity, but they let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even one gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up. It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
That's an open secret.
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. And Onar, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard Onar's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm.
You don't say.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now.
That's what I always
Where
say.
will I find Akil's farm?
If you go out of the east gate here and follow the road to the right, you'll come to a stairway. It leads up to Akil's farm. But I wouldn't go there now. The mercenaries are certainly still there.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Show me your wares.
These are bad times.
Ooh. That's a weapon.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Yeah.
Go away, don't tell anyone.
50 gold.
He can't keep anything to himself. Don't tell this to anyone. Honestly, I realized I messed up.
50 gold.
Don't tell her a thing for now.
Spend again.
Who says things like that? And he works all day too. He simply talks too much. You don't say. I won't tell her a thing for now. Everybody knows by now. Really? How interesting.
Alright.
Go
Now I must go to Dre.
Innos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Sarah is selling weapons to Onar.
Sarah? The weapons merchant in the marketplace? Do you have proof of that?
She has a letter in her pocket which details the delivery of arms to him.
She won't get away with that. I shall have her arrested.
Oh, thanks.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal.
Next. Oh. Alright. Maybe I suppose I can join militia, or maybe I can go to these mercenaries and talk to them. Maybe them can join.
He can't
Can-
keep anything to himself.
Can I join them?
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Well done. Sarah is where she belongs. I have taken over her goods, so if you need a weapon, come to me.
You were going to give me a weapon.
Correct. Here, this weapon is a masterpiece of the blacksmith's art.
I haven't seen him
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
say.
Still,
That's not what my husband
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
what
Someone's
kind
got
of
to do the
weapon?
work.
Well, it's not
What's he do?
60 damage,
He simply talks too much.
60 strength.
I am Hakon,
Who says things
the
like
weapons dealer. Every man should carry a weapon these days.
that? Now
especially when venturing outside of the city walls.
Who says things like that?
Tell me more about the area around the city.
It's gotten too dangerous out there, because of the bandits for one thing, and also on account of wild beasts. Even the animals don't seem to get enough to eat in these crappy times. They're venturing closer to the city all the time.
Do you know anything about the Paladins?
Yes, those guys are ruining my business. All you can buy in this entire town is a short sword at most. They've helped themselves to anything that's longer than 1.5 feet. In return, I now get to live in the hotel free of charge.
That's an open secret.
Where do you get your weapons from?
Harad the smith has been my supplier up to now. Now all he does is make stuff for the Paladins. He works for those guys day and night like a madman, without pay. He thinks it's his duty. All I can offer you now is my remaining stock.
Everybody knows by now.
That's what I've always said. I won't
What do you know about the disappearances of the citizens of Corinthus?
That's what
I have seen many pass through the eastern city gate. Some of those who came I had never seen before in my life. And many of those who went out never came back. But what happened the other day was really quite strange. There was this fellow who came here. I think his name is Joe. He bragged that he would soon come into some serious money. He claimed that he knew how to get into one of the city towers where the militia keep their arms. I haven't seen him since, even though I used to bump into him around the same time every day. I reported this to the militia. I thought that maybe he had been caught and thrown into the dungeon, but Lord Andre had no idea what I was talking about. He didn't even know the fella.
What do you know about the bandits?
What do I know about them? They robbed me on my way to the city. And I'm not the only one. They've been up to their tricks for quite a while. The militia tried to track them down, but without any success.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Don't say.
It's a lot of dialogue, I can tell you.
Do you know who in the militia took part in the search?
The fellow's name is Pablo. He and a few others went looking for the bandits, but they didn't find them.
Do you know where I can find Pablo?
He patrols around the city. You'll find him either at the Temple Square or in the lower part of town.
That's typical, isn't it? Go away, don't tell me that.
Where did they hold you up?
Near Akhil's farm.
Things like that.
Just go out of the city gate from here. Follow the road to the right. After a while, you'll get to a few steps.
Who says things like that?
The bastards came from there. I bet they have their hideout back there in the woods.
I won't tell her.
I'll deal with it.
What? You want to take on the bandits? By yourself? You're quite a good fighter, huh?
How much is the matter worth to you?
That's a dangerous business. Well, it's all right with me.
Someone's gonna do it.
I'll pay you 100 gold pieces if you defeat the bandits.
Alright.
Show me your wares.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Everybody knows by now. Don't tell this to anyone.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself. But that's terrible.
Well, not interesting.
He'd better shut up.
I can't take care of everything for everybody. I can't take care of everything for everybody.
He'd better shut up.
Yeah, it's
Who says things like
you.
that? You can't keep
How's it going?
You're not from around here, are you? Never mind. Neither am I.
Where did you hang around before?
In the woods, hunting scavengers and wolves, together with some hunters. But I gave it up. These are dangerous times. There's a lot of riffraff running around out there.
That's an open secret.
Where can I find the other hunters?
We had our camp outside near the tavern, halfway to Onar's farm. But I don't know whether there's anyone left in the camp now. There used to be 2 of us here in town, until a few days ago. My friend Trokar is an excellent hunter.
Bosper said you used to work for him.
Yes, I did, but he was only interested in his blasted hides. I told him how dangerous it's gotten out there. He didn't really listen to me. Well, anyway, he paid well. I can't complain about that.
Can you tell me anything else about him?
Bosper had one of his bows stolen recently, in broad daylight. Some guy just waltzed into his store, took a bow, and left. The thieves are getting more and more brazen.
Can you teach me something about hunting?
I can teach you how to sneak properly and how to handle a bow.
These are bad times.
You don't say.
I want to be able to handle a bow better.
Okay then, let's see if I can teach you anything.
You can't keep any
Oh. Okay, don't have.
All right, your aim has become more accurate already.
What I heard.
So, where is your friend Trokar now?
Well, it's a curious story. Only a few days ago, we were both standing at the bar in Corrigan's Tavern, discussing the hunt. Don't ask me what happened next. I had had a few by then. I vaguely remember Trokar saying that he was going out to get a few swamp weed reefers. He never came back.
Don't tell this to anyone.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Didn't you go looking for him?
No, but I reported it to the militia. But they haven't been able to find him yet. I hope he didn't get attacked by a wolf,
Really?
or
How
worse. I'm afraid that I'll stumble over his body someday when I'm out hunting. I don't think I could bear that.
Where does one get swamp weed reefers?
Somewhere down at the harbor as far as I know.
Why don't we go hunting together?
With two, it isn't so dangerous, that's true. Do you know anything about hunting then? I mean, do you know how to skin an animal?
Yes.
All right, but I want to see 50 gold pieces. For that, you can keep the skins and sell them to Bosper. That's a fair deal, isn't it?
Here they are. Let's go hunting.
All right, follow me. Outside the south gate is a wood where we should find more than enough critters. Probably more than we'd like.
Alright, we're gonna end this episode. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. And see you in the next video.
By reason of the imminent danger of an attack by orcs.